Hello class, this is a video tutorial on making X the subject. In this one, we're looking at examples that have completing the square required. So here we go. Notice, well, firstly, I'll demonstrate why we need to complete the square with this example. With this one, if we attempt to factor out X, we are left with this, X plus 2 plus P equals 0. We get X plus 2 equals negative P. X equals negative P on X plus 2. Notice how with this one, we have X still here in the right-hand side and the left-hand side. Effectively, nothing has happened. It's still not the subject. Now, the only way that we can make X the subject with examples such as this is exactly that. We complete the square. So here we go. To complete the square, we isolate all the X terms, including the X squared or the X, on its own on the left-hand side. So to do that, we do negative P on the right-hand side, sorry. And recall, to find the square, the missing factor or the missing number, we're going to add something squared to both sides. And the number that we add is always half the coefficient of X. So half of 2 is 1. And that's the number that goes inside this bracket. This is nice and easy. This is just 1. But the left-hand side will now always factor into X plus whatever we found, all squared. And the right-hand side, well, 1 squared is 1. I'm going to write it like this. It's going to be 1 minus P. And now X is now on its own. We can solve this to make X the subject. We take the square root of both sides. Square rooting this, we get 1 minus P, all square root, but we need to always keep that as a plus minus whenever we take square roots. And now we move the positive 1 to the right-hand side. We get X equals negative 1 plus minus 1 minus P, all square root. Notice how now we have X on its own, and now X is the subject. And that's how we do it. All right, so you can pause and give this next one a go. I've moved things around a little bit, but it should still work exactly the same. All right, so here we go. Now remember, the first step is we want all the X's to one side of the equation. So this X squared, I'm going to move. It's going to cancel out with this one. So 2x minus x squared gives us x squared. 8x minus 2x gives us 6x. And I actually want to move this plus 3 to the other side. Now remember, these two have been moved. We are left with q. And we're now moving the 3 to the right-hand side. So q minus 3. And remember, we're now adding a number squared. This is the square component. And the number that we add is always half of this number. So half of 6 is 3. The left-hand side will always factor into x something squared. And on the inside is always going to be this number here, so plus 3. The right-hand side is going to be q minus 3 plus 9, which will give us 6, so it's plus 6. And effectively, we are now at the exact same step as this one. So from here, square root both sides. And subtract 3. And that is X is the subject now. So I hope that's given you an insight into completing the square with these examples. Hope to see you in the next video where we tackle increasingly difficult examples of completing the square. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.